Hey, 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 loves. Hey, highly favored woman. Hope you are doing well. I am just gonna go on YouTube and check if I'm actually live. Just bear with one sec. Where do I go? My channel. I am actually live, guys. I'm actually live. I am actually live, and I think now you can hear me. Yay! That's amazing. Okay. Hey, loves. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my first YouTube live. I'm so nervous. I always do lives everywhere but YouTube. But this year we are growing our YouTube channel to reach more people. So yeah, hey. My name is Life Coach Noni. For those that don't know me, I'm a personal transformation coach for women who aspire to be more in life, who know that God has created them for more in life, and they just have to achieve their vision board goals. I love talking about vision boards. As you can see behind me here, I have my vision board, which is absolutely pivotal in regards to my growth and regards to what I do as a personal transformation coach. I help women recreate the vision board live and bring their goals to reality through the powers of faith, vision, and strategy as well. So hey, thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be a weekly thing that we are doing. Every Sunday I'm going to come on here and we are going to be setting our weekly goals for the coming week, because we are highly favored women. We are Proverbs 31 women with a Habakkuk 2:2 vision, which means we write the vision down and make it plain so that others can run with it. And we're Proverbs 31 women, which means we dream big. We are multitaskers, but not only just multitaskers, we are efficient multitaskers. And whatever we touch with our hands becomes gold, and whatever we speak with our mouths becomes reality. So we speak positivity. I wanted to come here and do those lives on here because I want to share with you my process of how I set my goals for the week. And this is something that obviously, if you are, you've got vision board goals, you have goals that you want to achieve on a quarterly basis, on a yearly basis, it's paramount for you to actually write down your goals and look at them every week and, be strategic in what goals you're going to work towards. And this actually is something that I it just happened because today I was at church in the morning, and the service for this morning, the topic was trading your fears. And it just spoke to me because how many times have we let fear hold us back from things that we want to achieve? How many times have we allowed fear to not only hold us back, but to cripple us to the point where we don't achieve anything at all? We have the intention to do something, but we don't end up doing it because we are fearful. I was actually having a conversation with my husband before I came up here. My office to do this live, and I was telling him, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna finish all the ironing today. Okay, I've got 2 baskets of ironing. I'm gonna finish them today. That's my intention to do that. And he knows I hate ironing. I absolutely hate ironing. And he says to me, okay, we'll see about that. And I'm like, what do you mean we'll see about that? What do you mean we'll see about that? But he was like, you know what, you always have the intention to iron, but you don't really enjoy ironing. And so for you, it's you have to really psych yourself up to do that task because it is not your favorite task to do. And it's like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. And that's, that's the conversation that we had. But the reason why I'm sharing that is because sometimes you have the intention to do something, but it doesn't mean that you will execute it, right? Or you might have the intention to do something and you execute it, but you execute it in half measures, right? You execute it in a way where it's like, you know what, it's not really ideal, but I'm going to do it that way. And I wanted to come here today and share with you that, you know what, your goals don't have to scare you. Your goals don't have to be based on fear and then excitement. And you don't have to set goals in that way. Your goals have to push you, yes, so that you can excel above what you currently are excelling, but they should also excite you so that when you wake up in the morning, you do it with excitement, you do it with joy, you do it with peace, you do it knowing that, you know what, you're serving a purpose to your life, you are serving a purpose to other people, you are being a blessing to other people. And that's what really goal setting is all about for me and how I share with my clients. My personal transformation one-to-one clients is that, you know what, we set our goals in a way where you ask yourself, what excites me? Yeah, how do I want to do things? Okay, there's some people who really if you ask them to write down a list of things that they want to do, they will write down the list. But if you ask them to now execute it, they won't execute it because the way that they've written their list might be too rigid. For example, if you're working in an office, right, and they have the way that they work, if it's not aligned to you and your personality, you will struggle to copy how they work. So you have to find your own rhythm on how you work to align with how they desire their things to be done or the end result. And when you combine the two, how you work and their desire, you will find the rhythm that works for you and also for them. So you are still delivering the work, but you are doing it in a way that does not exhaust you. You're doing it in a way that allows you to, like, oh God, I forgot I moved this camera. I'm busy looking over here. You are doing it in a way that, gives you the excitement to do it as well. So as I am sharing with you today about, goal setting, I really want you to have in mind, how you work, right? How do you work? Are you a strict, regimented person, or are you, you have a to-do list as a guideline of what you want to do, but really you like to free flow? Or are you one of those where, you know what, you like to free flow, right? You do as how you feel, right? And it works for you. That's absolutely amazing. But when it comes to weekly goal setting and setting goals with an intention to really achieve the goal, because we're working towards a bigger thing, right? We're working based on our vision boards, and we're working on, okay, this is the vision board goal that I have for 2024, but how am I going to achieve that? We're talking about, okay, breaking that goal down and actually then making tasks that work so that you can bring that goal to reality. And so you need to have a plan. Yeah, you need to have a proper plan. And one of the things that I use is a weekly goal setting workbook that I created, because I found myself going in a rut where every morning I would write down a to-do list, and I would only tick around at least 3 things off that to-do list for the whole day. And yet I had a lot of things that I needed to do. And so I had to find a method that worked for me, because I'm a mom of 2 girls who both go to school, which means I've got homework. They both do after school extracurricular activities 4 days a week, which means from 3 p.m. when I pick the girls up, my day is theirs. The rest of my afternoon is dedicated to them and driving them wherever they want to go. At the same time, I have life coaching clients, right? And at the same time, I am still working a 9 to 5 as well. So there's so many things that I juggle and that I need to do. And also at the same time, I'm still expected to be a wife and a mother and, a woman to myself, looking after my own personal needs, looking after me and making sure that I fill my cup first. And above all, I continue my relationship with God. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that I am juggling, right? There's a lot of things that we as highly favored women, we are constantly juggling. And therefore, you need to have a system, you need to have a plan of how you're actually going to juggle the week and make sure that you tackle what's important, what will move the needle, and allow you to achieve your goals in a way that does not exhaust you, in a way that is still aligned with the vision, in a way that allows you to grow, and in a way that also serves a purpose for you as well. So hopefully we're still together in this, right? And if you are currently joining on replay, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you'll enjoy this. So I am going to get started now. And the first thing, I've got my notes. Baby brain. 8 years later, I still have a brain. But I'm going to start now. So the first thing that I do for me when I set my goals and things that I share with my clients is I obviously look at my vision board, right? I'll look at my vision board for inspiration. I look at my vision board for reminders of what it is that I'm actually working towards. As I speak to you right now, I'm looking at my big main screen, and honestly, I can see my vision board showing up right now. And I'm like, what? These are the goals that I'm working to achieve. So your vision board serves as a reminder of what you set yourself and what you set on your mind that you wanted to achieve, and gives you that oomph, that boost to continue working towards your vision board goals as well. So the first thing I would do is look at my vision board and remind myself what goals I want to achieve. Okay, I know that this year I want to achieve A, B, and C. Amazing. Perfect. But I am not just going to achieve all my vision board goals just like that, right? I am going to choose what I'm working on for this quarter. I like to work on a 12-week system, a 90-day system, right? So then I'm going to look at, okay, fine. Now, this is what I want to achieve for the next 90 days. But what is actually paramount? The key thing about this is choose one goal that you want to achieve for the next 90 days. Don't choose 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goals, because you will tire yourself. Just choose one goal that you want to achieve for the first 90 days, right? And that could be exercising, that could be, updating your CV, getting a new job, that could be like saving some money for a holiday or paying off some debt. Whatever it is, set that one goal. Now, then what you need to do, for me, what I then do now is, okay, fine. I have my overall goal. That is the goal that I want to achieve this quarter. And so when I set my weekly goals, I put that goal as a topic and say, losing weight, right? I'm trying to lose some baby fat right now. So for me, my goal for this quarter is to be in a position where I am fit, I am healthy, and I am back to running as well, because I used to be a runner. I love running. I love being outside. As part of my exercise, it gives me stimulation. It allows me to think and to, just to breathe and have some fresh air. So for me, is to get back to running, right? And I want to target myself to run 5K in 3 months. So I would then run 5K. That is my goal for based on my vision board, right? For the month and for the week and for the quarter. Right. I need to then look at, okay, my goal is to run 5K. Oh my God, the sun is in my face. I'm gonna close this blind so you can see me. I think that's better. Yeah. So I'm going to say, okay, so then now what I am actually going to say is, okay, I want to be able to run 5K by the end of Q2. So I'm going to say to myself, okay, every week I'm going to run 3 days a week. But is it actually feasible for me to run 3 days a week? Remember, I looked at my schedule. And that's the next step that you need to do, is look at your schedule, right? Look at all the things on your calendar that you need to do this week and ask yourself, can I fit in this task, this goal in this week with the type of activity that it requires, or the type of implementation that it requires. For me, I want to run up to 5K, 5K by end of Q2, which is by the 30th of June. So I need to be able to say, okay, I need to run 3 days a week. And the 3 days a week that I aim to run are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The reason why I do that is because I'm using the Couch to 5K app, right? So not only do I know the goal that I have, but I also have the support that I need to achieve that goal. So as you set your weekly goals for this week, ask yourself, what is the goal that I'm trying to achieve this week? Can I actually do that goal, right? And look at your calendar and like, okay, how where can I fit this goal in? Because I have a lot of things to do. I have a 9 to 5. I have kids that have extracurricular activities 4 times a week. I also have life coaching clients that I coach twice a week. I also have a husband who travels. So I am solo parenting, right? So you need to ask yourself all those questions based on your surroundings, on your day-to-day life of what is currently going on, and fit yourself and fit that goal in. So that's the goal based on your vision board. The next goal that you now need to look at, and the way that I do things, is I break down into 3 categories, right? I have home, which is the house, the groceries, looking after, the bills, all of those things that falls under the home category. Then I have family, that and kids, that goes under that. That's another category that I do. And then I have I've got business, or I have, 9 to 5, whatever it is, right? I have a third category. Those are my 3 core categories that I look at. The reason why I say 3 is because if you start breaking down and having 6, 7, 8 categories, girl, you're going to have like 10 to 12, 15 goals that you want to achieve by the end of the week. And the plan is not to overwhelm you, right? You want to be able to reach a point on Friday where you say, you know what? I've achieved all my goals. I deserve to get myself a McD's or a salad or a glass of wine, and celebrate, because I have worked so hard. And the only reason why you can do that is to work smart, but not harder. Yeah. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. So I've broken down my goals into those 3 sections. So I've got my personal, I've got my home, I've got my family and kids, and then I've got my personal. But remember, at the top, as I said, I've got the vision board goal, right? Because that is the thing that we're working towards to achieve this year. That is the constant that we're working towards to achieve this year. Looking at that vision board over here and achieving those goals. So now I have home. Okay, what do I want to achieve for my home this week, right? For me personally, I do my weekly shop on a Sunday, which is stocking up on all the fruits and vegetables, blah, 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 all the kids' snacks and everything. That's done. So what else do I need to do for the home? I need to make sure I clean the house once a week, right? I need to make sure if I need to pay anything, write those things down. Maximum 3 things. 3 things that are maximum for that category, okay? And then you move on to the next step, from the next category, which was family and kids for me, right? As I'm saying, I'm sharing my example of how I do things, and hopefully you're going to, set it in a way that aligns with you. Okay. So the next thing that I do for me is my family and kids. So I know that the girls have activities Tuesday to Friday. That is a standard. That is a key from 3 p.m. as soon as I pick them up from school until 6 p.m. When they finish the activities, we get home at 6:30. That is it, right? I write down the activities. Okay, gymnastics, swimming, art club. That's what I write, right? I know those are their key core activities, right? And the next thing that I do is, okay, I then write down the times those are. I mean, I know the times, right? I'm a mom. I know the times in my sleep, okay? But I write them down just to remind myself. And so that just in case my husband has to pick up the girls and he has to do the activities, then he knows the routine. He knows what we do. But then what that then tells me is that, okay, yes, I have got this plan. These are the activities. These are the things that I need to do for home. Now, how do I plan so that we get home? By the time they finish activities, by 6:30, we get home, they eat dinner, so that by 8 o'clock, they're in bed and they've read their books. So then I need to then factor in my time and say, okay, for me to be successful at this thing, right? So that when they come back from activities, I'm not tired, I'm not exhausted, they're not hungry or hangry. I need to plan ahead. So how can I plan ahead that I have their meals ready? You can either meal prep or do what I do. I cook dinner in the morning. So in the morning, after I drop them off, I start putting dinner in the stove and I cook it throughout the day as I work, and as I coach as well. The reason why I do that is because I know that my evenings are so busy. And so by planning ahead that way, it means I give myself grace and time, and knowing that I can fully immerse myself in their activities and drive them everywhere without thinking about what they're going to eat in the evening. Number two, I am not tempted to go to McDonald's and get a cheeky McDonald's for dinner, and the girls can actually have healthy meals before they go to bed. So that is what family and under my family and kids category is. Then you can also put, like, movie night with the husband or something like that, whatever it is, right? As long as there's three key things that you want to achieve that week on each category. It can be two, it can be one. You don't always have to have three, right? But please don't have more than three. And then, I have my personal and business slash goal that I want to achieve. So then I write, okay, I'm like, okay, fine. I need to put out at least one podcast episode, and I need to do a weekly live on YouTube, and then I need to email my highly favored woman community. I need to email them once a week, to say hello, give them some Monday motivation. Those are things that I then write because I know that I need to do them. But the reason why it's so easy for me to look at the week is because I've broken down these things into three easy tasks. And it means that when anyone asks me, can you do this? I can look into my notebook, my workbook, my journal, my planner, highly favored woman planner. I can look into it and, like, I can't do this today. I'm really sorry, but I can squeeze you in next week. Okay. And the other thing that you need to do, or that I do personally, is to have a calendar on my iPhone. Listen, that is the holy grail. Okay. I remember when I first met my husband and he would plan all these things he wants to do with friends. I'm like, yeah, let's do this, let's do this. I'm like, we've got this planned on that day, remember? And he'd be like, really? Do we? I'm like, yeah, it's in the calendar. It's like, what calendar? Like, we've got a family calendar. Yeah. And so those are the things that for me, I live on it. If it's not in the calendar, it does not exist. And so he's now gone onto that board now where he's like, okay, I need to put things in the calendar so that, things are happening, so that the whole family, the whole household knows exactly what's happening. So that's another way of planning your goal and making sure that planning your week for success by looking at your calendar. What are you available for? What can you give yourself time for? What can you say no to? Because it's okay for you to say, no, I can't do this because I am doing this. It is absolutely okay to prioritize yourself, to prioritize your vision board goals, to prioritize your family, in order for you to move to being the highly favored woman that God has called you to be. So I hope that you have found this live very informative and that you are enjoying it. I am going to share with you the actual workbook planner that I work with. If you want to download it, it's all yours. And yeah, this is what I do. This is how I do my life for the past 8 years, I think, since I've been married, and it has worked well for me. There are obviously some days where it's like it's not working, but on those days I give myself grace, and know that, you know what, it's okay. It's a season in life. It does not mean that it is the end of everything, right? It's the season, it's a time and a period, and every season changes, just like we are now in spring. Doesn't feel like spring, but we're now in spring, and it's going to pass and summer's going to come, fingers crossed. And we're going to have autumn and winter as well. So everything that you do in your life is a season. It's just, how do you embrace that season? Do you show up for that season as the best version of yourself, or do you allow the season to determine how you show up and who you show up as for yourself as well? So I hope this has helped you this evening. If you would love to be part of the Highly Favored Woman community, we are an email community at the moment, but I tell you, the emails are popping in that community. Do join us, do join our mailing list. It is absolutely free for you to join. Every week you will get some emails from me letting you know what's going on, just giving you some motivation so that you can bring your vision board goals to reality as well. And if you would like to take a step further, and you're like, you know what, Noni, I have some big, bold goals I want to achieve this year, and I need a vision board coach. I need a personal transformation coach who not only is going to help me bring my vision board goals to reality, but she's going to help transform my perspective on how I look at things, my mindset, my beliefs, and actually believe that I can do the things that God said I can do, past the fear. Because I always say fear and faith are on the side, are on different sides of the same coin. It just depends on which coin you want to flip at the moment in time, right? And for me, it will always be the faith coin. And if you are that person and you're like, you know what, I want to work with you, I want to find out how exactly I can bring my vision board goals to reality in 2024, then I would love to invite you to just book a free discovery call. It's a 30-minute discovery call between you and I, where we talk about your goals, we talk about what's happening for you, talk about how you want to achieve them, when you want to achieve them, because that's important, and what's been holding you back. And then we leave your call with a good 1 or 2 strategies, but also gives you an idea of how you can work with me, or how I work as your one-to-one coach, on how to help bring your vision board goals to reality for 3 months when we work together as well. So yeah, those are the ways that you can work with me if you are interested. But in an absolutely amazing way that you can do is subscribe to this channel, share this live, comment. It's absolutely free. Like it, it's absolutely free. The more you grow, the more other highly favored women can get to bring their vision board goals to reality and become the best version of themselves. So yeah, hope you are doing well. Hope you've had a great evening. Do ask me some questions and I will pop back and respond to them. But yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you later.